All right. This is a wizard here. All right. I don't know what happened last time, but I'll try this again. I'm your wizard here. I'm the guy who knows some stuff. And I'm going to make a quick little video, right? I'll do the same thing as I did last time. Maybe even talk about the same thing because for some reason that video, I don't know. But ego. This is video about ego. I kind of starting to hear that a lot lately, but men, us men, our ego wants us to with the ladies, blood flows, we get excited, we get aroused. We want to be desired and wanted by women. We do. That's our ego. It's not even about necessarily sleeping with women, but it's the ability that we have the power to do so, that they want us, they desire us. That's the ego. That's what really, really, really we like. And women have something similar, except and sorry about that. And women have something very, very similar with their ego, except I was talking about this with someone. Men's ego, when they conquer it, it helps them boost their urges and be more faithful as a husband, as a partner, and just be more picky. Be more selective. It's easier for them to have control, no discipline down there. And for women, it's the opposite. When they master their ego, in a lot of ways, not always, and same thing for some men, I'm sure, but a lot of the cases is the opposite. That's why women are more faithful. That's why. And it's not because, and that's why women get mad at us when we cheat, because to them, it's not only a physical attraction, and it might be for some. For some, it is, but for a lot more, it's a physical attraction and or more. It's a way that they imagine that person, the story that is in their mind, how they picture that person, how whether it be they want to live the rest of their life with that person, some years, grow together. It's a story and the connection that they have. It's not something that most women could just do platonically, like just oh wow, him, I want him, and then I'm done. That's not how a woman work, and that's because of ego, right? And then you look at men and you look at women, and what made me find this out was I was talking to AI a lot, and I asked AI the difference in the brain between a male and a woman, and most of it is comes down to two things. That means that mostly everything we do, the end result, maybe even the beginning result, might be the same, but the middle is the only thing that's going to be different between men and women. Like intimacy, like or well, not intimate. That's not intimacy, but like people being promiscuous. The way promiscuity is looked at between men and women is different because of the ego, the way the ego works in a woman. Women think front to back low. That's more emotion based, and men think left to right. So what that means is men are gonna think logic first, and then emotion is gonna come second. And woman's gonna be the reverse, and as well as the gray matter. So women are gonna think more long term, and have they're gonna think more long term. They're gonna have more memory. See what I mean? So that's why like it's hard for them to find a new guy. It's hard to take for them to take a guy seriously. It's harder for them like it's just tough for them. They gotta get to know the guy. They might have to know the guy their his whole life, maybe even or something like that. It's really hard. It's very easy, somewhat, for a girl to be faithful, and the only reason women aren't faithful statistically, it's because of the options that they have. If women throughout history were a lot more faithful, I feel like, because they didn't have those options. And like that's gonna make most people cheat. Statistically, men and women cheat by the options they have and the quality of those options. It's like a job. You're not gonna leave your job of McDonald's to go to Burger King. But if someone said, would you leave this job of McDonald's to go work at a 5-star restaurant and work less hard and make 50% more money? That's what it's like. You're gonna fold respectfully. Like it doesn't mean you're a bad person. Doesn't mean you're a good person. It just means you're a human being. I wish a lot of more people talk about this. Like I've never heard women really talk about this much. They make it seem like we're such this horrible person, and it is horrible that men do that cheat and blah blah blah. Yes, it's horrible, it's atrocious. But women don't tell us why they also get so mad at it. They don't really explain it. And it's like they don't understand. They think that just like how us men, it's simple, right? Blood leaves the brain. Simple. It's so simple. That's not how women work at all. That's not how women work at all. Women, the blood doesn't go there. I mean, obviously some of it goes there, but it goes to their whole body. It doesn't just go to one area. So their sense of smell might be heightened. That's a lot of things I hear about women's smell. So like all these other factors go into play. That yeah, some physical, some senses, but then they need much more than that. They can't just like. I mean, excuse me. Some women could just get aroused by seeing something, but most women really are not like that. And it's like if us men weren't like that, of course most men wouldn't cheat. Like it doesn't make it right, but it means that men need a lot of training. And then honestly, they both have serious consequences because the ego is what blocks happiness. You know? If you let go of your ego 100%, you'll probably be very happy. But if you did that, you might be living in filth. It takes baths. You want to know when to turn it on. You want to know when to turn it off. You want to be in control of that thing. Like I said, women have a really hard time with just sleeping with a guy and not catching feelings. That's why friends with benefits doesn't really work. Like I used to really think that, but from personal experience, it doesn't work. And now I know why. And it's like a lot of people just can't say the truth that women fall in love for things out of their control. And it's a lot of it is ego based. Like just like how men stroke their ego with like saving a woman, a lot of women want to save a man, but in different ways. Like we are very, very similar. The amount of similarities is striking. Like I said, the only true difference is left to right. But women still think like that at some point. Like after they go to emotional, they go to logical. It's just they go emotional first. So young men are really wasting their time. With that being said, if you can't sell a girl story, a fantasy, like she's just not. That's why women are so much better at picking a partner than us men, because like we don't think like that. We're handicapped like that. We might have to conquer 100%, or not 100% our ego. You can't do that, but like we really got to focus. Like we really have to focus. And don't get me wrong, women do too, because that ruins probably their long-term relationships because it starts falling apart. And at one point, they realize it's not working, and they see it not working, and it's gonna mess it up. And imagine how the man gotta feel. Like it's just not good. You should, ladies. I imagine you want a guy to sleep with you not because you're his only option, right? And me as a man, I want to feel the same. I don't want a woman to be with me just because you knew me your whole life. You know, I mean, that's kind of what it sounds like a little bit of an abusive situation, or at least the potential to be in one. Like that shouldn't just no. That explains a lot of Stockholm syndrome stuff. Like, yeah. Oh, Yeah, me, I'm a person, I forgot to talk about myself because last time, I don't know, I didn't like this, but I am a person who uses active cannabinoids, to say it like that. And a lot of people on the internet who use active cannabinoids are really looked down upon. I'm thinking of that person with Ethan Klein, that girl, I can't even remember her name. I mean, and then you have Eric Kahn, who was in that controversy. I mean, we just got a bad rep, and there's not many of us who are wizards and sages who really give a lot of advice. And like, I want to take a toke, but I'm gonna do it on a different video just to see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna end the live and probably start another one. And I might be discussing with some people, might not, but we'll give it a try. We'll see what happens. Like, it's disappointing that I could sit here and maybe have a drink, but I can't do that. I don't drink. I haven't drink. I don't promote anything. I don't even promote cannabis. But you get a certain age, you have a good life. You don't have a good life. You need a vice that is, in my opinion, constant and it will always work. And this is probably one of the safest and best things you could do. If you don't need it, perfect. And you don't abuse it. And pick the right forms. I can inform you. I can tell you. I don't want to talk too much about this because I'm scared I'm going to be demonetized, even though I'm probably never going to make money. I'm just, but I should try because I look at people, they just do this and do it so wrong. But anyways, this is fun talking to you, really myself, because no one's here, but not really fun. But well, I'm gonna go do that. What I said I was gonna do. I'll be right back. You're gonna have to click on another video, but it will be the follow up to this a little bit.